Hey, what's up guys? I'm going to go through how to evaluate these trig functions where we've got just cos 135, but it's actually asking for the exact value of them, right? So first of all, we're going to use this idea of quadrants. Okay, hopefully you've encountered this quadrant before, where it's all stations to central. Okay, and we look at this number and we say 135, that's in the second quadrant, right? So if this is first quadrant, the second quadrant, third, and fourth quadrant, for our 135, we're on this quadrant here, right? So we can say cos 135 is the same thing as saying 180 minus 45, right? Now the reason why I want to write it like that is because I'm trying to put it in this format, 180 minus theta. Because once we find what this theta is, that's our, what we call the principal angle, okay? And we can just rewrite and say, this is the same thing as saying cos of the primary angle, with one major stipulation. In this quadrant, only sine is positive, right? So cos is negative. Okay, and cos 45 is one of our exact values that we should know of, and this is just 1 on root 2. Okay, now if you go to an exam and you see a question like this and it says find the exact value, and you just type that into the calculator, it's going to give you a decimal answer, and you won't be able to get the exact value not very easily that way. Okay, so all of these questions, we're trying to find the exact value. So let's try the next one. It says find the exact value of tan 210. So if we look back at these quadrants, right, we have 210 in the third quadrant here, right? So we can say this is tan 180 plus theta, in our case plus 30. And in that quadrant, tan is positive, right? So we can say just positive tan 30. Again, this is another angle, which is one of our exact angles. Tan 30 is going to be 1 on root 3. Okay, and let's just do a couple more, and let's continue bringing this guy down with us. Okay, we have sine 225. Okay, 225 is again in the third quadrant. So sine 180 plus 45 degrees equals to the third quadrant, only tan is positive, which means sine is negative. Done. And the last one before we finish this video off. So simplify tan 360 degrees minus x. Interesting. Now remember one thing about angles is, like when we're dealing with angles in trig, every revolution is the same angle. So like if we're at this point and you go 360 degrees around, you're still at the same point, right? Same thing if we subtract 360. So with that understanding, we can say this is the same thing as saying tan negative x. Okay, I just took a 360 off. I just took a revolution out of it. Okay, I'm still at the same point. And another thing is we need to understand the theory behind the function of tangent, which is that it's actually a odd function. Okay, which means that we have negative tan x like this. Okay, and this is just the answer. This is how we simplify the question. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that for this video. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.